This is KB2UKA. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? KB2UKA. CQ40, CQ40 meter, KB2UKA, calling CQ40, Kilowatt Bravo 2, United, Kilowatt Alpha, Long Island, New York, calling CQ40 meter, KB2UKA, QRZ. CQ40, CQ40 meter. This is KB2UKA calling CQ40, Kilowatt Bravo 2, United, Kilowatt Alpha, calling CQ40 meter, KB2UKA, QRZ. CQ40. This is KB2UKA calling CQ40, Kilowatt Bravo 2, United, Kilowatt Alpha, calling CQ40 meter, KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, QRZ. I believe Kilowatt 4, go ahead. I got a low copy. Kilowatt 4, Sierra Foxtrot, question mark, go ahead. Negative copy, I'm sorry, negative copy. This is KB2UKA, QRZ. CQ40 meter, KB2UKA, calling CQ40, Kilowatt Bravo 2, United, Kilowatt Alpha, Long Island, New York, calling CQ40 meter, KB2UKA, QRZ.
Kilo Juliet 4, Zulu Mike Victor.
Kilo Juliet 4, Zulu Mike Victor. Very nice signal. Good morning. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. I'll give you a better signal report next go. It's my friend Terrence. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Doug? How you doing this morning, man? You're making a whole bunch of noise out here this morning, Roger.
Well, that's the plan, Terrence. That's the plan. I'm on a brand new radio that you haven't heard. I've had it about 2 weeks. It's the Sunsdr2 DX. Sunsdr2 DX. I'm all re-EQ'd with my audio gear, and I think I'm liking it. Over.
It sounds awesome. It sounds awesome, Doug. Is that isn't that the new Chinese radio, over?
Russian. Expert Electronics makes it. Expert Electronics. I ordered the Anon 7000 from Apache Labs, and then it was supposed to ship between 8 and 10 weeks. At almost the 9th week, I reached out to them. I said, all right, great. What day is it shipping in the next week? They said it's not. And on the 7th week, they said it would ship. So, I just was impatient. This was my second choice, and I'm loving it. The receive is awesome. You're 5'8" to 5'9", booming in here. Over.
Yeah, you're 5'9" here as well, man. Doing a great job, man. Good Lord. It sounds awesome. It really does. I mean, I got to see a picture of that. And give me the nomenclature again.
So the radio name, it's all one word, no spaces. Sunsdr2 space Delta X-ray. And it's made by Expert Electronics. Expert Electronics. I ordered it from Gigaparts. They have them in stock. This replaces the Pro version. They had a Pro, Sun SCR2 Pro prior to this, but I don't believe that was 100 watts. And this is HF and 2 meters, actually. I haven't used the 2 meter feature yet, but it's got 2 meters. It puts out 8 watts on 2 meters. And you'll see it on my YouTube page. The software is beautiful. The software is absolutely beautiful. And the front end is just amazing. And it handles all this outboard rack gear. It handles it better than the Flex did. Over.
Really? Wow. It sounds awesome. Now, what mic are you using with it, and what's the antenna that you decided to go with? Over.
Well, I'm on the same antenna. I'm still on the 43-foot ground-mounted vertical, 90 ground radials. I have the Urban Beam, the Step-IR Urban Beam, finally assembled. It took me about 2.5 months. That was just because I was lazy. But it's assembled. It's in the garage. And I was going to put it up this weekend, but we are having nasty weather. There's got to be 40-mile-an-hour gusts out there right now. It's going to be very unsettled all week, all weekend, all week. We were in the mid-80s to lower 90s, and now we're in the low 50s. It's chilly out there. So the antenna is the same, and then the microphone is a Stellar X2 condenser mic. And then that goes into a preamp, into a 31-band EQ, into an Aphex 204 oral exciter with an optical big bottom, then into a Behringer compressor limiter gate, then into a Behringer 3D virtualizer for a little reverb, tiny bit. Then it goes into a transformer box, which I don't really need. It's called the Golden Maxima. And it's used if you need to transform from balanced to unbalanced before you go directly into the mic input of a radio. But the gentleman modified it for me. It does not transform it to unbalanced. It keeps it balanced. But it has a capacitor in there that really smooths out the audio and a really nice RFI choke built into the box. Then I go into a USB audio interface. So I USB the audio into the computer, and then the SDR software, whether it's this, which is called Expert SDR, whether it's Flex software, it doesn't matter. That goes and finds the audio in the computer and then turns it into RF. So all the processing is happening outside of the radio. Over?
Oh, okay. Man, I tell you what, that thing is booming in here, dude. And I can hear the band, really be unstable right now. But you're cutting right through it there, Doug. Man, hey, look, go ahead and make some more contacts, man, because it sounds really good, really good. You got a lot going on over there, big brother. So you're no rookie at this. Hey, you're no rookie at this audio game, and the audio over there, man, it's impeccable. It is really impeccable. You're going to be getting some very, very good reports with that radio there, Doug. Doug, I'm not going to tie it up, my friend. You go ahead and make many contacts. I heard you out there because you were loud and booming in here to Clarksville, Indiana, so I just had to wave my hand at you, man. Take care of yourself and enjoy your weekend off there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, Roger. Well, I don't know how many contacts I'm going to make. I'm seeing nothing on the pan adapter. I think you and I just have a really good path right now. You're booming. You're booming in here. Also, you're 5 to 10 over now, and cutting through all the QSB. I hope you listen to it on the YouTube channel with a pair of headphones, because your audio, as always, is impeccable. Over.
Hey, man, well, I appreciate it. I'm just working the 101 MP, and everything is just a 3-band parametric equalizer that's built in the radio. I don't have any outboard gear or anything like that, along with this PR40, Doug. So, man, I tell you, you're really cutting through it, too. And even through the static crashes, there's a couple of static crashes out here, but dude, you're cutting right through it, man, just like mustard. No doubt about it. Well, and I was looking at the pan adapter, too. I saw some stuff on FT8, but there's a couple signals out there. Not many, but there are some out there. I think as the sun come up and we get away from the gray line, then we'll start to see more signals. So there you go, my friend. I'm going to go and get me some coffee. I got the old amplifier warmed up. And see if I can make me some contacts, too. So take care, my friend. All the best to you. And we'll certainly look for you again down the log there, Doug. KJ4, Zulu Mike Victor.
All righty, Terrence. Roger. Yeah, I'm actually around 7:2:15. I see a big one that just popped up. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Enjoy a blessed Memorial Day weekend. I'm going back on Tuesday. I came home pretty early yesterday. Yesterday was the last nice day of weather for a while, and then it got nasty last night. But we're going to have a great time anyway. Terrence, take care. Kilo Juliet 4, Mike Victor from KB2 UKA 73.
Take care, my friend. All the best.
All righty. Let's see if anyone else hears me out there. This is KB2 UKA, Long Island, New York, QRZ.
Delta X-ray.
Whiskey 4, Delta X-ray. Good morning, John. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm located Long Island, New York, about 50 miles east of New York City. I'll give you a better signal report next transmission. How are you copying me? Over.
I got a good signal on you, Doug. Probably a good plus over 9. Good clear signal, good clear audio there, Roger.
All right, Roger, I appreciate it. You're a 5 and 7, but you sound louder than that. But you're a solid 5 and 7. I don't know if you got any of this bad weather, but man, we had a bad front come in last night. I haven't seen that much rain in a long time. It's still bad out there. It's 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Our temperature dropped from the mid-80s to the low 50s as a high, and it's going to be really unsettled, not just this weekend, but most of next week as well. Over.
Roger, no bad weather, just a lot of humidity and heat. Almost 100 yesterday, and around, it was running the 90 percentile for humidity, so it's just been kind of muggy and hot. But a lot of sunshine.
Well, that's great. That's cool. We haven't had rain in 3 weeks, and it's just been sunny every day. It was 90 in the springtime is definitely a record setter on Long Island. It was 90 about a week and a half ago, and then it just didn't drop below the mid-80s. And I'm looking at my computer right now. It is 48 degrees outside right now. It is nasty out there. Absolutely nasty. But you're sounding great. I'm running a new radio. Let's see. Sunday will be 2 weeks. 2 weeks that I've had it. It's the Sunsdr2 DX. An SDR radio made by Expert Electronics. I'm running about 1,200 watts with a Mercury III solid-state amplifier. All my audio is processed outside of the radio. I have a 6 or 7 component studio rack. And then I feed that audio directly into the computer, and then the SDR software picks it up. And the antenna is a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 90 ground radials at 65 feet in length with a remote legal limit tuner. Also, John, I'm live streaming on my YouTube page, so if you're interested in how I'm hearing you and you'd like to actually see your signal report, you just throw my call sign KB2 UKA into the search box of YouTube. You'll find today's video. It has today's date on it, and we are about 15 minutes into the live stream, so if you watch it back later, you'll just fast forward to about 13 minutes there, and you'll find our QSO. Over.
Yeah, well, that radio's doing a good job for you, man. Sounding good. I'm actually on a SDR, but I'm using no audio processing whatsoever. Actually, it's a gamer's headset on. That's what I use on, and it's the QRP version here, and it's going into a XP1H25B with a small multi-band amplifier at TDPs around 100 watts or so. But that's what we're running. It's an SDR, no audio processing, just a headphone mic and headset plugged in the front there, Roger.
Well, that is awesome, and you're sounding great. And what are you on, Expert SDR2? Over.
And now I'm trying the SDR3 version. It's kind of limited, but it is talking. It's a little squirrely, but I'm trying it out. All the options is not there, but it is working. I'm making contacts with it there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, it's working. And you're up to a 5859 now, so I think the band's waking up even more than it was. Yeah, so because of all the audio gear and all the stuff I do with the software, I opted to go with version 2 first. Excuse me. And I'm going to go to version 3 when, at least when it comes out as a beta and when it's been tested on an M1 Mac chip. My goal is to get the PC out of the shack and get a Mac Mini, a 16 gigabyte Mac Mini, streamline some of the cabling in here a little bit more. But I know even version 2, you can get it to run on an M1 Mac chip, but that takes a little finagling. So, but the gentleman at Expert said they're working on an emulator now that they're going to be able to build it on pretty much any CPU. So, well, you're sounding great, John. Absolutely great. I'm glad we made contact. I hope you check out the YouTube page. I think you're going to like what you have to hear. So, Whiskey 4 Delta Delta X-Ray, John from KB2 UKA. God bless. Have a peaceful Memorial Day in 73.
Right back. I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day also. Today, this is Whiskey 4 Delta Delta X-Ray, John, saying 73.
All righty, my friend, 73. Enjoy that hot weather. All right, this is KB2 UKA, Long Island, New York, looking for any station anywhere. QRZ.
Kilo 4, November, Yankee X-Ray.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? I'm just doing 100 watts this morning.
Well, your 100 watts are 5.7, but you're sounding louder than that, my friend, and the needle's not even moving. It's hitting the 7 and just staying there. Over?
Yeah, roger that, man. Yeah, I'm on the backup radio, the 7300. I figured I'd get the cobwebs out of it this morning and say hello. Over?
Well, it sounds great. The audio sounds great as well. We, if you've been listening, we're having some nasty weather. It's 48 degrees outside right now, 40-mile-per-hour winds. It was 85 yesterday. It was 85 for the last 3 weeks, last 2 weeks. And it hit 90 one of those days. And we had a cold front come in last night, and it's just going to be nasty till the end of next week. Over? Well, Florida weather last week, that's what we had. Now we have, I don't know, December weather in New York. Over? You fell out there a little bit. Come again?
How's it going with the beam?
It is fully assembled. It is done and ready to go. The plan was to get it up this weekend, but with this weather, that ain't happening. So as soon as I get a night, maybe one evening during the week, it's supposed to warm up again, and but it's just thunderstorms all week. I looked again this morning. It's 70 to 80% of rain showers throughout the day, every day until Friday. So, but it's ready now. The hard part is done. Now I just have to mount it. Over.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, the conditions look like they just shifted, but, well, I'm going to let you go. I wanted to say hello and enjoy your nice long weekend, man. Hopefully it'll be a good one for you. Over.
All right, Michael, you as well. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're 4x6 now. I'm still hearing you, but things definitely shifted. Whiskey 4. Where'd you go? Oh, no, Kilo 4. Kilo 4, November Yankee X-Ray. 73, my friend, from KB2 UKA. Take care.
73. I'm going to shoot you an email. I found a little trick for the vertical antenna you might be interested in, and I'll shoot you an email.
All right, cool. And you're coming back up now, so the band's shifting back. So I appreciate it. I'll look out for it. 73.
You got it, man. Take care. All the best. Good boy, my X-Clear.
All right, take care. Okay, this is KB2 UKA, Long Island, New York, QRZ.
Kilo Mike 4, Sierra Foxtrot Mike.
I believe Kilo Mike 4, Sierra Foxtrot Mike, QSL.
QSL, Doug. That was the one that you didn't get a hold of earlier, but the band kind of got a little bit better, so I thought I'd try to get you one more time.
All right, Tyler. Yeah, well, it's working now. You're 5'6" to 5'7". I'm hearing you just fine. Again, my name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, 50 miles east of New York City. Looks like, we've worked each other quite some time. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm running a new logbook, a new logging software, and I have to click a button to see my previous QSOs. It doesn't automatically pop it up, but let's see. Hold on one second. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 7th QSO. Over. I believe the band may have shifted. Kilo Mike 4 or Sierra Foxtrot Mike. Do you copy KB2 UKA? Well, Tyler, I'm glad we made contact again, my friend. I'm having a hard time copying you now. I'm sure you, me as well. But I'll say 73 to you. And I hope you have a blessed Memorial Day. Kilo Mike 4, Sugar Fox Mike from KB2 UKA, 73. All righty, 73, my friend. Take care. This is KB2 UKA, Long Island, New York. Any station anywhere. QRZ.
Hey, good morning, Doug. This is Kilo Delta 8 OVQ. Over.
Sounding good, brother. Sounding good. How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. Sort of sitting back and listening this morning. Nice dreary Saturday here in Cleveland. Overcast skies, man. We've been, it's about 35 degrees outside. A little chilly for the weekend, but hey, we're not complaining, just commenting, okay?
Yeah, Roger Joe. We're in the same latitude, I guess, because we've been in the mid-80s for over 2 weeks, a couple of 89, 90-degree days, no rain, all sun, and a front came in last night. It is 48 degrees out there right now. It's not going to break past 52 all weekend, maybe 55, I think, on Monday. And there's 40-mile-an-hour wind out there right now. It rained. We needed it, but boy.
With the cold snap, front came in. It drove, like I said, like you, 90s. It was 91, 92 a couple days ago. Then it drove way down in the low 40s, 30s this morning. But we got so much high wind yesterday, so be on the lookout for some wind today. We had gusts up to about 40 to 60 miles an hour yesterday, afternoon, evening time. And a lot of power outages, lines down. All my wires stayed up, but boy, it was a rough one. Over.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, we're in it now. When I woke up at 6:30 Eastern time, the trees were bending. My vertical was bending. Everything was bending in half. And I think the wind's going to die down late morning based on what I looked at the weather report. But it's definitely unsettled. You're sounding great, Joe. You're 5 and 8. You sound better than 5 and 8. You sound 10 over. But your signal is 5 and 8. Really, really good. I don't think I've spoken to you since I re-EQ'd everything. How do you like the sound? Over.
I'm liking it. I've been catching you on YouTube, but I hadn't heard it on over the air. It's because I like it. You're 5 and 9 today here. Like I said, look, feel like all the band's been sort of weird on signals here on 40 last couple of days. But if I close my eyes, I swear you're 10 over also on this way. I like it, Doug. I like it. This is the first good signal I've had on it since you got it in play. I heard you didn't get your anonymous, so you got the second best choice. But hey, I couldn't tell it on this end. So it's the number one. Over.
All right, Roger. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. What I did, I don't think it's so much the radio. I'm loving the radio. I think the radio forced me to re-EQ the equalizer. So I cut my bass, I cut all the lows, and I boosted really high all the highs. And then, I wasn't boosting the bass with the flex, but I didn't have it cut the way I have it cut now. And then this microphone it's got a 20 hertz low end. So it's going to pick up the bass either way. So it was definitely too bassy before. And I think I'm loving it. Over.
Well, I'm just sort of top of the mill, I guess. So about the last, I guess about 20 times after watching the movie and listening to a couple of your previous QSOs. It's so easy listening, Doug. I think just nice reports on it. Real mellow, easy listening. I'm glad I caught you after watching TV and listening. Catch you for the propagation changed on me today. Hey, but it sounded really good. Over.
I appreciate it. I think based on what I'm looking at here on QRZ, where'd it go? Okay. The SFI is 84. For the last God knows how many months, it hasn't broken past like 74, 75. So that's a good indicator that we should have good conditions today. I just think as the sun comes up more, 40, it'll become more regional. But I'm not seeing too many signals on the pan adapter. But you're sounding great, Joe. Sounding great. Any plans for the weekend? Over.
No, just me and the dogs here at the house there. And with the weather the way it is, that's all okay. Here in the city, they get a little wound up. This will be the first big holiday, so the weather, I guess, will hopefully cool them down. But things get sort of crazy in the cities during the holidays. Just gonna take it easy. Maybe cook the grill one day this weekend, maybe Sunday evening, and just sort of relax there. No special plans. Just me and the dog taking it easy. Over.
Well, that's great. And you're 5 and 9 now, by the way. You're 5 and 9, so the band's shifting. So I had an early appointment yesterday. I went into the office at 9. I left around 10:30. Well, no, I got into the office at 6:30, but my appointment was at 9. I left at 10:30. Got home. It was still beautiful out. We barbecued for lunch, and then my daughter she looks at us and says, I want to sleep at Grandma's tonight. So we said, all right, call your grandmother and ask her. So Grandma number one said yes. So then my son said, well, I want to sleep at my mother's, his other grandmother. So she said yes. So we thought we had a night off. So we dropped them off, and then we went to a local casino over here. And well, it was still early. It was about 6 o'clock. And then, like clockwork, my daughter calls up and says, I want to come home. So I called my son up. I said, we're picking your sister up. I'm giving you the option. You want to come back home? And he said, no, I'm staying with Grandma. So we were at 50% capacity last night, Joe. 50%. I'm picking him up in a few hours. Over.
Hey, the best laid plans there of Mike's in there. I tell you what, what are you going to do, though? You got to love it. Satellite the roof kind of thing there. Sort of keeps you grounded there. Those little ones, they just don't know. They have so much on their mind. My hats off to you young couples out there. For sure. God give you the strength there. Hey, Dad, you got to love them, over?
They're the best. They are the best. My son will be 7 in July, and my daughter will be 8 in August. They're 11 months and 2 weeks apart. They call that Irish twins. I think my wife's a little bit Irish, but I guess she was Irish enough. Over.
That's something I learned. Irish twins there. I'm used that one there. They put that to memory. For sure. That's a good thing there. Good keeping them close. And that's called the wonder years. The whole world's just like I always tell them when they're young like that, they're like little sponges. You know, they just take in so much. And it's really, I call it the wonder years. They're wondering about this and they're wondering about that. And if you take them the right way, man, you can really shape them there and mold them to their liking. That's not to your liking, but to their liking. You know what I mean? It's sort of nice. So enjoy them because they'll go fast. When those terrible teenage comes up, look out, over.
Oh yeah, we're seeing it in our daughter already. Oh my God, oh my God. She comes upstairs the other night. They play these games on their iPad, and she comes upstairs, and we had an in-depth conversation about a month ago that if they're gonna spend money in one of those games, because, you know, we work on the honor system here, Joe. I don't know how much longer I'm going to work on the honor system. But there were a couple of days I woke up and I had a bank alert that $150 was spent on this iPad. So she comes upstairs, she goes, and she looks at me. She takes her headphones off, and she says, I'm letting you know that I spent $9.99 this morning on something I needed in the game, and I just spent another $9.99. I said, Jillian, you're supposed to ask me before you spend the money, not just inform me after you spend the money. That kind of defeats the purpose. She looks me straight in the eye and goes, you're my dad. You never say no to me. That's what I did, and walks away. And my response to her was, love you, Jilly. That was it.
Bolder in the shaping, and they're doing it all their own. They just picking up the hits, and they're going through. Oh, I guess Mama sense that we're smiling, feeling proud, over.
Oh, yeah, Roger. And then the boy, he just retains every little piece of information that he learns. The kid's amazing. He'll come home, and what were they doing? They were doing habitats. Last month. So he'll sit me down, and he'll be like, what do you know about the Arctic hare? I said, not much, Carter. I don't know much about Arctic rabbits. And he'll go into this whole thing on how their coat changes based on the weather. They have shorter ears than regular rabbits because of the cold, and they can't have the tips of their ears freeze. He'll go into so much stuff. They're just amazing, and you're right. They are definitely sponges, 100% sponges. Good morning, Chuck. Just want to say hi to Chuck on the YouTube page. Hope you're doing well, brother. Let's see. I don't think we set our call sign in quite some time here, Joe. KB2 UKA over to Kilo Delta 8 Oscar Victor Quebec.
QSL, Doug. This is KDH VQ returning. Hey, I'm not going to hog. I forgot to carry the way there. And then you were, for the report there, record, you were sometimes sent over and last got over. So we had a good wave of Mother Nature. She's starting to recruit a little bit. So let me get you grab some else, put them on the audio stream. Let me know what my time check is today, and I'll look at it a little later today. Give me something to do, Mel. I'm making me an audio file of KB2 UKA and KD8OVQ audio, so making my own little video, a file here. Okay, my friend Doug, you have a good weekend, man. Sort of good catching up. Enjoyed the propagation with you this morning, and you sound like a champ. I wanted to tell you for about a couple weeks or so, trying out your new toys over there, but just waiting on a good propagation window, like this morning. So take care, my brother. I'll listen out for your final. Go grab some more. I know the day's going to get going here shortly. I think you say you're picking up another one, the young man up here in a couple hours. So you know how that goes. The day will be on. KB2 UKA, welcome to the weekend. Memorial Day weekend. This is KD8OVQ. I'll listen out for you, Doug. 7-3, okay?
73, brother. Yep. The girls are sleeping still. I hear no pitter-patter above me. They're all sleeping. I just hear the dogs. I could tell the difference in attitude. The dogs don't have the attitude. The ladies do up there. But they're sleeping, my brother. They're sleeping. 73, God bless. And I love our early weekend morning chat. So take care, Joe. All righty, let's see what's going on, if anyone's copying. This is KB2 UKA, Long Island, New York, QRZ.
KB2 UBK, Kilo 2, Sugar, Mexico, America, Tennessee.
Kilo 2, Sugar, Mexico, America, in Tennessee. Stephen, good morning. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. My call sign is Kilowatt Bravo 2, United Kilowatt Alpha. I'm located on Long Island, New York, about 50 miles east of New York City, about a mile from the Long Island Sound. We are in a big weather change up here this fine day. We were in the upper 80s for the last couple of weeks. It is 48 degrees outside, 40-mile-an-hour winds, and a torrential downpour, my friend. How are you, by the way, you're 5 and 8. 5 and 8. How are you copying me? Over. All right, Roger. Just stand by 1 second. I got to filter something out. Hold on. All right, some QRM just popped up right below us on 204, but it's gone now. I'm running a Sunsdr2 Delta X-Ray. It's an expert electronics radio, and the software is just amazing. About 1,200 watts into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical, and a 7-piece studio rack, 7-component outboard studio rack. All my audio is processed outside of the radio. Over.
Button to 73 forward. And
all right, 73, Stephen. Yeah, a little rough time copying as well. Kilo 2 Sugar Mike Alpha from KB2 UKA. Take care.
Nice signal, James. I hope you're on the M2, because I'm on the M2, and I hope it's doing all okay. So there you go, 40 degrees, so it looks like a beautiful day.
KB2 UKA QSY up a little, maybe 206. This is KB2 UKA. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? KB2 UKA.
Yes, it is, station. Yes, it is. You got K28 City.
All right, Roger. You're, by the way, you're 5 and 8 into Long Island. KB2 UKA QSY.
Yeah, is your name Doug? Are you Doug? My name's Tom. K28 City in the Bronx. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Tom. Roger, what's the call again?
It's a Kilo 2, Hotel Zulu Echo. I'm a friend of Todd. N3PKJ, and I'm on his remote.
Ah, Roger. So you're not transmitting from the Bronx, correct?
No, I'm not. No, I'm logged into Todd's remote. I do have my own FC991A, and I'm not hearing you at all.
Oh, yeah, Roger. We're way too close. I'm on a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical. Todd's on my YouTube page right now. So I'm sure I'll see a comment in a second. I was down on 205, and then a station on 203, they started having a conversation, so I just move around. I don't need to. Yeah, Todd just wrote, he's on my radio. So you're on YouTube, Tom, now as well, over?
All right, very interesting. Yeah, I appreciate it. K28ZE-3 for ID. And great to meet you, Doug. Yeah, I do a lot of experimenting thanks to Todd. I just got my FC991A not too long ago. So he's helped me with the settings and everything. And I also have it on a remote ham. I am hearing myself on my own radio coming in from Pennsylvania, so it's kind of funny. Just running a 66-foot NSED when I'm using my radio. Over.
All right, Roger. How are you copying me in Pennsylvania? Over?
Oh, you're fine. You're like a fun 758. It's frustrating. You know, the band's just starting to move around a little bit. So, yeah, but I hear you 100%.
All right, cool. Awesome. Well, that's funny, man. That is funny. I guess I had good timing that time. How about this weather? 85 yesterday and now 48. Over?
K28 City, still great for ID. Exactly the same thing over here. Here in the Bronx, New York, I live on a body of water called the Long Island Sound. That's it's supposed to get even worse later on. You know, when the high tide and everything comes in, I'm exactly right on a body of water, right here on the Sound. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Every so many years, we get all kinds of weird boats and things that float up when we get storms like this. They're talking 7 to 13-foot waves later on. So we'll see what happens. And you're in Long Island, so you know what it's like.
Oh, yeah, Roger. I'm about 50 miles east of you. I'm a mile from the Long Island Sound. I'm in Kings Park. So I grew up in Huntington, which is 10 miles west of me. And if I'm sure you're familiar with Huntington. So I'm right there. Over.
Yeah, Doug, no problem. Well, it's definitely a pleasure to meet you. Like I said, Todd spoke about you highly a lot of times.
and stuff. So I was glad when he actually just texted me. I didn't realize it. You're more than welcome to use the frequency. I'm just strolling around and seeing what's out there. So you know what I'm saying. But real great to make contact with you and get to meet you. As I said, I like to do a lot of experimenting. I'm very heavy into cross-moding and DMR and everything. I have a 9-mode interlink network that uses IRLP, Echolink, and everything. So back to you, buddy, and great to meet you.
Well, that's great. That's great. I'm going to be 41 next month, and I got licensed at 13. And then I became a general in my mid-20s, and then I did the hobby on and off, and I have an 8- and 7-year-old, so I took a 7-year break. I started transmitting again a year ago. July will be a year that I'm back on the air, and I jumped all in this time, all in. Right now, my focus is on the audio. I run a 7-component studio rack. So I'm on a Sunsdr2 Delta X-ray. I've had it about 2 weeks now. It's made by Expert Electronics. I'm putting out about 1,200 watts with that Mercury 3S amplifier. And then I do all the audio processing externally from the radio software. No processing in the radio. And then I pump it into the computer via a USB audio interface. And then the software goes and finds the audio. And then the radio turns that into RF. So that's really been the focus here. Eventually, I'll start doing digital and all that fun stuff. It just hasn't been my focus. And then the antenna is a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with a remote tuner, legal limit tuner outside, and a 65-foot ground radials. But that's getting replaced shortly with a step-IR urban beam. So I finally finished putting that horrible thing together. And I was planning on getting it up this weekend, but with this wind out there and the weather, that's not happening. So maybe one evening next week we'll get it up. Over.
All right, K3 for ID. No, real interesting, Doug. Very interesting. Yeah, Todd told me you actually helped him out as well using the equalizer on his radio and everything. And that's why I went with an FC991A. I'm having a great time with it. I'm also able to do the digital side remotely, meaning, the key for FM inside the radio. So I'm having a great time doing it. I don't have nothing fancy, no equalizers, nothing, just whatever is in the radio. But eventually I will get into some external components and everything. I also want to work on getting a little bit better antenna than this NSET from Ultimax Antennas. Is what I'm running. The Ultimax HW is the model number. And it's 10 through 40. I bought it for a QRP setup, which I used to run an FC818, and I waited 2.5 months to get my FC991A because they were on back order from HRO. And ever since then, over a month now, I've been having nothing but great success. And you're more than welcome to use my radio as well if you want to go onto the remote hams anytime and see what the propagation is like out of New York City. So back to you from K2HZE/3.
I appreciate the offer, Tom. Thanks so much. You're going to keep the frequency. I'm actually going to get out of here. I've got my wife and daughter are sleeping, but they're going to be up any minute. And my daughter she wanted to sleep at her grandmother's last night. My son wanted to sleep at the other grandmother. So we dropped them all off. And then we had an unexpected night off, we thought. And then we went to Jake's 58, my wife and I, at like 6 o'clock. And then my daughter calls and says, nope, changed my mind. I want to come home. So we went, her grandparents dropped her off. And I called my son. I said, listen, your sister's coming home. I'm giving you the option. You want to come back home? He goes, nope, I'm staying at grandma's. So we were at 50% capacity last night, Tom. And I got to go pick the boy up in a little while. So I'm actually going to get out of here. So Kilo 2, Hotel Zulu Echo, Tom in the Bronx, transmitting from Pennsylvania. This is KB2 UKA. I'll wish you a 73. Check out the YouTube page. Just throw my call sign into YouTube. Timestamp right now is 50 minutes, 6 seconds. So just fast forward probably to about 45 minutes. You'll find our QSO and you'll be able to hear exactly how I was copying you and see your signal report. So 73, my friend. God bless, and try to enjoy the weekend even with this crappy weather. Take care.
All right, Doug. Yeah, definitely a pleasure, buddy. You do what you got to do. Take care. Be safe, and we'll keep in touch. Like I said, now I know I got to meet you. I'll get the YouTube channel, and I will do some fun experimenting from another time. 7-3 from me, and using the remote base out of Pennsylvania. Thanks, 10-3 PKJ. 7-3, buddy.
All right, 73. Everyone on the YouTube, take care. Have a great Memorial Day. This is KB2 UKA QRT.
7-3, everyone. All right, QRZ, this is Kilo 2, Hotel Zulu Echo, calling CQ40, CQ40, calling CQ via remote station. This is Kilo 2, Hotel Zulu Echo, looking for any contacts, any stations. Over. Calling CQ, calling CQ40, CQ40, via remote station. This is Kilo 2, Hotel Zulu Echo, stroke 3. Operating remote, looking for any contacts, any stations. Over.